Okay, Coach, 3 in the medal matches tonight going for bronze. Talk about the performance today.
We didn't start the way we wanted to start. We kind of came out on the mat scared, tentative, and that's not how we wrestled. That's not Team USA. And so we kind of rallied back and we said, hey, when we step it on the match, this next mat, everything's laying out there. We're going out there to get to our offense. We're attacking. We're controlling the ties. So it turned our day around. It could have been that's it. We got lucky, we got pulled back into the tournament, and we did our jobs when it came back to repechage. Macy Kilty did a great job in her opening round and then her quarters and her semis. She just wasn't quite there for Susaki, so we've got a little room to grow, but Macy's young, and I think the sky's the limit with her potential.
You think it was a mentality or perspective change after the girls lost their first match?
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of times we talked about we're the United States and we should expect to win. And I think when they said expect to win, in their mind they immediately were thinking they're going to hand me the win. But that's not how life works, and that's not how wrestling works. You have to go out there and you have to earn every match and earn every point and wrestle through every position because no one's giving away anything. We've all got something that we're trying to prove out here, and we all want gold. So you've got to flip the switch, and I think they did a great job of changing their mentality when we asked them to step up.
So yeah, when they lost those matches and knowing that they could possibly be pulled back in, how did you kind of keep them focused and not get so kind of off knowing that they could come back?
I told them to come up here, cool down, get a bite to eat, and take a moment to be with themselves and kind of get over those feelings. But at the end of the day, when the tournament's over, we can talk about feelings. Right now, we've got a job, and your job is to get ready for the next match, hit the next best thing. The next best thing is to wrestle back. So I had them up here watching their opponents, and I tried to keep them mentally engaged by asking them what they would say as the coach. What are you telling your kid right now? Thinking through those positions and kind of wrestling with the athlete instead of just watching. And then we just kind of got them warmed back up, and we told them, hey, you've got to be ready. When you get downstairs, it's game on, and when you step to that line, you better be ready to throw down because there's a lot on the line right there, The people who can wrestle back through that tournament are the strongest ones, and we want to show that we're the strongest ones.
Speaking of next matches, coming back here in a couple hours for bronze, what's it going to take to get 3 bronze, 3 on the podium? We haven't had any this week, so.
It's going to take a fight, right? It's the same thing that we've been talking about. They're going to rest and relax right now and get some food in them, but really it's staying focused during this break. I know we're 12, most of us are 8 to 12 hours from where we normally are, and right now we're fighting being tired, and it's supposed to be in the middle of the night, or just waking up, and they're getting to the middle of the day nap time, and it's not nap time, it's work time,
Yeah.
So it's getting them up and moving. Maybe we'll play a little game with them, nothing too strenuous, just keeping them moving and mobile and awake, and making sure that we're reminding them, you flew all the way across the world. Do you want to leave here empty-handed? You've still got to go out there and get the job done one more time.
So now, talk about the trip getting out here. You did fly all across the world, and once you guys got here, things changed with hotels. But how did you keep them loose, and how did you keep them focused and make those changes on the fly?
We talked about it a lot. We do a lot of sports psychology with our cadet age group. It's really education-based and getting them ready to handle these sort of situations. So when they get to the senior level, they can step up. And we talked about it, and he said, we're going to make plans, and those plans are going to change, and then we're going to make different plans, and those plans are going to change. You've got to be adaptable. You've got to be flexible. And we might revert back on the same plan, and it'll change again. So I think just letting them know that those things are going to happen, first of all, is part of the process, right? If they're not expecting it, then they're antsy. And we try and calm each other down with humor. We play a lot of games. We talk to each other a lot. We've got a great bond as a team. We can laugh with each other and not at each other. And I think they're just a great group. We've got some experienced athletes, but we also have some younger athletes. So the experienced ones are bringing the younger ones along, but at the same time, the younger ones are pushing and making sure that the older ones aren't taking this trip for granted.